Good evening, guys. This is the fourth and truly the final video in the DNA series. Now, for our clients, there is a longer video that explains the whole DNA report. We also have a tutorial video that explains how to take the DNA test, how to register it online, how to send it in. And then after you get your DNA results back, you can forward me the PDF form and schedule an appointment with myself or one of the team to go over the results of your specific DNA test, as well as add that into your assessment and further tailor your customized nutrition. Today's video is about MTHFR. It's funny, MTHFR, you know, people look at the abbreviation for the gene or the genetic SNP and think it looks like a bad word. MTHFR has to do with lots of different things in the body, and I have done a very lengthy video for my clients on all of the different things that MTHFR can affect. This is just a brief video, and in it I want to stress just a few points. First of all, there are two MTHFR genetic variants, or two separate SNPs. We test for the most common of the two. In each of those, again, you have a non-risk allele and a risk allele. So you can have two risk alleles, two non-risk alleles, or one of each. And if you have one of each, you still have occlusion on that gene, but not to the same severity that you have if you have two of the risk alleles. So what does that mean? What does it do? So MTHFR is most well known for its effect on folate absorption, or B9. There are two natural forms of folate, and only two forms of folate the body actually recognizes as folate: 5L-methylfolate and methylated folinic acid. That is not the same as folic acid. Folic acid is actually not folate. It is completely synthetic, and the human body doesn't know what to do with it. It can't absorb it, it can't convert it to folate, and so it binds to the receptor sites, blocks folate absorption from the food that you eat, like spinach or kale or broccoli or any other leafy green that's high in B9, and you don't get the folate from the good things that you eat because that folic acid in your vitamin or supplement is binding up. Then at the end of the day, your body looks at that folate and says, you're not actually folate, and it lets it go. So you end up folate deficient. So for everybody, it's important for you to know that if you're taking a supplement that contains folic acid, throw it in the trash where it belongs. I don't care if it came from your doctor. I don't care if it came from the grocery store or a health food store. If it contains folic acid, it should not be consumed by a human being. That said, if you have one of the two MTHFR mutations, it is literally toxic to your body. It is much more than just a folate deficiency that you will end up with. It can lead to mental health issues, it can lead to problems with natural detox mechanisms, it can lead to autoimmune diseases, it can lead to infertility. I actually had multiple miscarriages, not knowing that it was my prenatal vitamins that my doctor had given me with the folic acid that was the reason I was routinely miscarrying. Once I stopped taking the prenatal vitamins, I had 3 healthy pregnancies. That was 15 to 12 years ago. Had I known then what I know now about customized nutrition and taking actual folate, I would have been able to prevent that for myself, and we are able to prevent that for others. No. So let's see. Oh, the other thing I wanted to mention is that 65% of the global population has one of those or both of those genetic mutations. It's important to note when we talk about genetic SNPs that they're not all bad. They wouldn't have been carried on from generation to generation if they were all bad. They would have died out. So there are benefits to every genetic SNP. So what we're able to do with nutrition is weigh out or minimize the negative side of that allele and maximize the benefit of that allele. So, if you have autoimmune diseases, you have IBS, you have chronic fatigue, you have infertility, multiple miscarriages, that can be related to the MTHFR mutation, and taking a natural form of folate like we have in the customized nutrition and having the right amount for you, which we tailor. Again, everybody needs some. People with one or both of those genetic SNPs need a different amount. The other thing is, if you have the MTHFR mutation and you've been told you can't take 5L-methylfolate, that's incorrect. The problem is 5L-methylfolate by itself is not how we were designed to consume folate. The blend of 5L-methylfolate and methylated folinic acid is very important. And to my knowledge, we are one of only 2 companies that actually do things the right way for human biology. I've yet to find any more companies that are blending them. I think it's because the methylfolinic acid isn't cost effective. Let's see. Okay. I think I covered everything that I wanted to cover on MTHFR. And like I said, if you have the MTHFR mutation, I actually have both MTHFR mutations. And so do 2 of my 3 children. The third one has 1. There are a lot of things that we've learned along the way, and we are able to, again, control those things with epigenetics and the combination of genetics by using diet, nutrition, and lifestyle to maximize the pros, minimize the cons, and prevent some of the fallout that occurs by you not understanding what should be going into your body, what it needs and what it's not able to do itself. If you have the MTHFR mutation, you're not going to be able to methylate your B vitamins. You're not going to be able to regulate B vitamins. You're not going, it actually has a lot to do too with, it combines with like glutathione and nitric oxide to help your body get rid of toxins out of the body. So one of the things that I've noticed with a lot of people I work with that have MTHFR is they have a very hard time taking over-the-counter medications. Or if they indulge, let's say, in an adult beverage, it might take them longer to feel better to get the alcohol out of their system than somebody who doesn't have one of those mutations. So that's all I wanted to talk about in terms of the MTHFR mutation. The last thing I want to say is I hope that you guys all had a wonderful Thanksgiving, spent lots of time with family and friends. We just said goodnight to our family and friends. And so I wanted to go ahead and throw this up here. Tomorrow is Black Friday. Tomorrow is the last day of the special on the DNA kits. So remember, the regular retail price on the DNA kit that we use is $249.99. It is currently on sale for $199.99. If you get 2 of them, it drops it another $10 per. And then if you are already an existing customer of ours and you're enrolled in our VIP program, you get an additional 20% off. We do have 10% off coupons that can be added in addition to the $199 price, taking another $20 off, making it $179. So that's absolutely the lowest price we've seen on this since we started using this company. I also want to say that the lab, Molecular Labs, is a public company, and they work with lots of doctors and hospitals and businesses. They do lots of forms of genetic testing, but the test that we use, the genes that we've isolated to test for, is unique to us. This was a 4-year project, and we determined very specifically the genes that we wanted to look at because we knew that there were things we could do in terms of nutrition that could offset those specific genetic SNPs. And so everything ties into what we do in terms of Bedrock Nutrition's approach to customizing your lifestyle, customizing your nutrition, and actually understanding how your unique biology works. No 2 people are alike. No 2 people are designed the same. So anyone that gives you a one-size-fits-all approach and hasn't spent the time getting to know you simply doesn't know what they're talking about. You're not going to have the kind of success that our clients see if you're trying things that are designed for the masses, because you are in fact unique. And so you should be treating your body like the unique body that it is and giving it what it needs because you're special. And so I hope that if you have any questions, you'll let us know, and reach out to myself or one of the team if you would like to purchase the DNA kit before it goes off of the Black Friday special. That will end tomorrow at midnight Pacific Standard Time. So if you're on the East Coast, 3 a.m. on Saturday morning. So happy Thanksgiving. I will talk to you guys soon. If you have any questions, post in the comments or reach out to the team member that you are working with or that you were referred by. We'll talk to you guys soon.